Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone's 3 series finals ranked, worst to best. Each of Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone shows has come to a close, comprising 3 unique endings. Still, despite their differing themes, one finale is arguably the best. The Yellowstone franchise consists of 3 series thus far, beginning in 2018 with Kevin Costner's Yellowstone. The saga followed John Dutton IV and his present-day family, showing their struggle to maintain their hold on their ancestors' ranching legacy. After Yellowstone became one of TV's most popular shows, Sheridan produced 2 other Dutton family stories that serve as prequels to his flagship, depicting John's ancestors' lives, which viewers can enjoy independently. 1883 is the first Yellowstone offshoot, a Western spin-off comprising 1 season of 10 episodes that tells the story of the earliest known Dutton family, helmed by James, Tim McGraw, and Margaret Dutton, Faith Hill. 1923 is 1883's follow-up, which details the events 40 years later, led by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren as Jacob and Cara Dutton. Ordered initially as 1 season, 1923 is a 2-part story that plays out over 2 seasons, comprising 15 episodes. The 1920 saga finished its 2nd part in April 2025, with 1923 Season 2's finale. Taylor Sheridan's flagship series wrapped with Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 14, airing in December 2024. The chapter absolved John's kids, Beth, Kelly Rayleigh, and Case, Luke Grimes, of the conflict surrounding the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, garnering mixed reception. After Yellowstone Season 5, Sheridan is crafting stories around Beth and Casey's futures, with Luke Grimes gearing up to appear in a Yellowstone spin-off on CBS, and Rayleigh and Cole Hauser set to reprise Beth and Rip in Dutton Ranch. Hopefully, Sheridan can continue his spin-off legacy with Yellowstone's continuations, building upon Beth and Casey's Yellowstone endings. The end of 1923 Season 2 wasn't the most satisfying conclusion in the franchise. While Spencer Dutton, Brandon Sklinner, finally makes it home to the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, many considered 1923 Season 2's feature-length final episode a bit of a disappointment due to the series' key romance not continuing. While Spencer and Alex Dutton's Julia Schlepfer separate journeys told 2 robust stories of life in the 1920s for an immigrant and a returning war hero, respectively, 1923 fans anticipated Alex and Spencer's reunion, potentially running the ranch together, so Schlepfer and Sklinner's lack of shared screen time was a letdown. Unfortunately, Alex Dutton's death was the most significant event of 1923 Season 2's finale. Spencer's wife died from complications of hypothermia after an extended amount of time in Montana's unforgiving winter. While Alex's death fit the grim themes of the Prohibition-era saga, it felt somewhat out of balance considering all the horrible things that happened to Alex Dutton in 1923. That she would die one of the franchise's most gruesome deaths, and so quickly upon her arrival. The Duttons navigating life in a financial depression in Montana, leading to unrest and range wars, is undoubtedly one of Yellowstone's best stories. And with Spencer Dutton's time jump in 1923 Season 2's finale showing his death, the story comes to a complete and proper ending. Still, parts of the end felt rushed. For instance, Alex and Spencer's reunion felt both too dramatic and not emotional enough, its highs and lows not striking a satisfying balance for many. 1923's story had always evoked Shakespearean themes of star-crossed lovers, but its end left many wondering if Alex's self-sacrificing choices were necessary. 1923's finale felt like a lot of drama without the payout. Conversely, Yellowstone's ending fell flat. Still, the ending of Yellowstone Season 5 got a lot of things right. In fact, the story mostly consisted of things working out predictably for Yellowstone Season 5's central characters. While Yellowstone's finale disappointed many due to its predictability and how Taylor Sheridan saved everything for the end, at least Yellowstone Season 5 delivered the conclusions that fans collectively hoped for. Most significantly, Case Dutton, Luke Grimes, sells the Yellowstone Ranch to the Broken Rock Tribe in the end, fulfilling a prophecy from 1883. In 1883's finale, James Dutton meets a Crow elder named Spotted Eagle, Graham Greene, who tells him about Paradise Valley. Spotted Eagle tells James he can settle in the valley, but his people will rise and take it from him in 7 generations. At that moment, Dutton promises that in 7 generations, the Crow people can have their land back. Case Dutton's and Thomas Rainwater's agreement, Jill Birmingham, fulfilled the prophecy. Case relinquished the land, making Yellowstone Season 5's finale a cathartic ending despite its predictability, especially for those who had seen 1883. Still, some moments in Yellowstone Season 5's finale fell short. Most notably Beth's war against her brother, Jamie Wes Bentley. While it was visceral to watch Beth stab her brother in the abdomen, many viewers felt the conclusion, billed as a significant element of the final season, didn't have enough build-up. The complaint is similar to ones about 1923 Season 2, with the war over the ranch coming to a swift conclusion after being sold as the season's main event. Still, Yellowstone's finale delivered the elements fans wanted to see, fulfilling 1883's promise several years after the prequel ended. The most satisfying conclusion in the Yellowstone franchise is the end of 1883. In the finale, after Elsa Dutton, Isabel May, is struck by a poison arrow in the penultimate episode, James and his daughter fast-track to Paradise Valley on horseback, and Elsa's fate anchors the end of the story. The bright-eyed narrator dies in her father's arms, then meets her husband Sam, Martin Sensmeyer, in the afterlife. 1883's finale also concludes the stories of the other surviving wagon train members, showing how it ends for she, Sam Elliott, Thomas, LaMonica Garrett, and Joseph, Mark Grisman. While bittersweet in every respect, 1883's endings strike the right balance of drama and emotional payoff. For instance, despite Elsa Dutton's infection being one of Yellowstone's saddest deaths, her fate feels earned. As Elliott's She Brennan notes to James in the finale, "I've watched this girl for the last 6 months, and she has outlived us all. I'm 75 years old, and she has outsmiled me, outloved me, outfought me. She's outlived me." Elsa's death also has a robust purpose, justifying the entire Yellowstone franchise. Without Elsa's fate, James never would have settled in Montana, where Yellowstone picks up. Elsa's fate, and that of she, Thomas, and Joseph, are sad but resonate with the circumstances and have satisfying payouts. We know precisely why the stories end the way they do, and Elsa's 1883 death had a powerful message. Elsa's death results from unrest along the Oregon Trail amid westward expansion. We see Elsa's gruesome wound in the opening scene, and then 1883 takes us back through the events to explain why it happened, telling, too, the story of the Lakota warriors who mistook she and Thomas Wagon Train as the ones who murdered their families. Another detail that elevates 1883's finale is that Isabel May questioned Tim McGraw about his daughters before filming their final scene, evoking genuine emotion that is palpable and memorable via Taste of Country. 1883's ending is the best because the story was built around Isabel May's character, with Taylor Sheridan reportedly writing the entire saga in a week after casting her, via the New York Times. Therefore, 1883 is Sheridan's most cohesive Yellowstone saga, just by the nature of his writing, with its end not broken into 2 parts like Yellowstone's and 1923's.